Hello. How are you today? I have been pretty good. Just looking for some music. I think this is a good one to start with. Just went in the what is it? The indie rock section. Maybe a bit loud right now. There you go. Today is an somewhat exciting day. Welcome, Kaido. Hope you have a good day. Boom. Hello. Yeah. Wait. I've changed my light. Okay. My light has different warmth levels. Yeah, like yesterday or last week or the last 2 weeks, I used this one, and I look like I'm deceased. At least compared to this one, of course, and this one. But now I need to get used to this being the normal level of orange. And I don't know if it's too much or not. This one now compared to the previous one definitely looks a bit too blue. So I think I just need to get used to this. Yeah, I think so. Okay, there you go. Today we have something interesting that we're gonna do. I don't know if this will fill the whole day, but last week we finished a side project, which was creating another 3D print statue. This week we're gonna start working on the Deadpool anime, like the actual animation. And the way this will work is that, well, so yesterday I created the sort of outline of what the animation will be, and now what I want to do today is create want to illustrate some of the frames, I guess, so I can have like a visual guide for the future. Welcome, Hamzowie. Yeah, so after the last few animations, I've done in Storyboard for one of them, which was the Pixar animation, and then after that I haven't really done it that much anymore. I guess the only one where it would be necessary would be the Berserk animation, but there I didn't do it. I think for this one I want to do it again, just because I think it still helps to have like a rough visual guide, or like to just hold the ideas or the thought of what you have in mind, put it on, make it solidified, and then you have like a solid and coherent idea of what the final look is supposed to look like. And this way you also don't have to think about it all the time. So yeah, for this today, at least for the beginning, I don't know how long it's going to take. I want to just kind of sketch out the different frames that I have in mind, and then afterwards we can go into the actual animation. So let me grab my tablet. So this is kind of the kind of frame layout for one frame. Basically just, writing down what I have in mind for the shot, and then just kind of sketching out what I have, what this would look like. This doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to look that great. Just kind of supposed to, I guess, visually represent what I have in mind. Where's my pen? Oh, right. Welcome. Yeah, Berserk animation was fine. Thank you. But I think it would have been better if I made a storyboard beforehand. But, okay, so what I want to do is, let me grab, so I've written down what I have in mind right here. There you go. Kind of breaking it up into 3 sections. This is quite a lot, so I don't know if I need to cut some of this. I've kind of looked through it yesterday and kind of checked whether I can somehow edit this down a bit, but I couldn't really see many parts. Like, it's all flowing together quite well, and I have maybe depending on how it's gonna go, I might actually split up the animation, or like I see a point where the animation could stop, but depending on how much time I have, I would like to create all of it, or maybe I just need to cut it down a bit. But so first I started kind of with creating some cool ideas that could happen, like just cool moments in the animation that could make it, like, you know, really cool. Oftentimes in animations you have like these 1 or 2 shots, or like these 1 or 2 moments that really define like a fight, for example, or that define a certain scene. And that's kind of what I wrote down here. And then I kind of I tried to kind of implement some of these in the actual animation too. These are basically all like 1 frame, maybe 2, like each number of these are like 1 or 2 frames, and some of them are fairly simple, and so it's really hard for me to kind of now look at this and see whether it's too much or not, because, you know, sometimes some of them also will just take longer, some of them are shorter. Some of them are just like, you know, still frames, or like just frames of the, you know, the character's face. And I also have to kind of always keep in mind that I probably have to do some overpainting over like the shadows and stuff in some of these. But I feel like I can, when I remember what I had in mind for this animation, I feel like I can keep, this. So if we think about this, this would probably be roughly 2 minutes, and the Disney animation took, I think, roughly, or was in the end like 5 minutes. So I feel like I can keep this like this, like something. There's like 1 moment that I have in mind. Welcome, Looney. Hope you have a good day. There's the one thing that I have in mind, which is just where it's like Deadpool is in the air and then Wolverine is jumping past, like not past him, but after him. And there's like just a camera move, just getting closer to the Deadpool silhouette in the sky. And that kind of stuff like that, for example, can be fairly simple compared to other scenes where they're actually like clashing together or fighting. We have like VFX and setting up the camera and doing all the, you know, over painting and stuff. And animation overall, stuff like that gets a bit harder in those sections, but maybe kind of evens out so that I can, I guess, stick with this. Yeah, it's really hard to to gauge that now, since I never really had a project where the whole animation was another video. But I think I'm going to stick with this. I think so. If it's just going to take longer, then I guess so. If it makes the final result better, then I think I'll stick with this. So I guess we can go through like the overall idea right now, and then we can go into like the illustration with how I have it in mind. So basically, the whole animation is, you know, like a fight between Wolverine and Deadpool, and I just kind of made it so Wolverine is just angry at Deadpool. I didn't really explain it in the animation, but, you know, you kind of expect that they're fighting, so you don't really need to know why necessarily that Wolverine is angry. You know, the story is kind of not really that important for this one, I think. So yeah, there's no explanation for that, but it gets kind of, I guess, only really in the beginning. But I guess we can go through and I can explain a bit what I have in mind for this. So first of all, kind of the beginning, I thought about creating like a what's it called, like a Western gun duel shot where they're like standing apart from each other, and then one is close to the camera, one is far away, and then you can see the camera like panning, so you see both, you know, looking at each other, already like ready to fight. But I think what I like more, what gives the intro, or like Deadpool, for example, a bit more character, is for it to be a bit different. I think one thing that I'm not that good at yet is giving the animations of characters, for example, character. So like, you know, I guess you could say like, you know, giving the characters different animations depending on their personality. So for example, you know, Deadpool is a bit more, I don't know, like silly, and Wolverine is a bit more serious, I guess. And I tried to kind of capture that in this story, I guess. And I also tried to do that then, of course, in the animation, but I think that's like one of the things that I'm not that good at yet. But maybe during this animation I can improve it. We gotta get Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman to voice this animation. Yeah. Oh, another change compared to the other animation that I've done so far. I will very likely not have like I will very likely make this more like an animated music video rather than a like the Berserk video, for example. Since like I don't think I can make it like the Berserk video, because for the Berserk video I have included also, you know, like voice lines, or like, you know, I gave Berserk, I gave Guts a voice, which of course was only possible because of the anime, and then also the there was a video game, like I think 1 or 2 video games made about Berserk, and I was able to grab the voiceovers from that and, you know, use it here. So use it in the Berserk animation. And there isn't really like that, and only, well, so real voiceovers from that I also couldn't use, of course. I could only really use like grunts and like there was like a one lucky hint, I guess, where I found the voice actor actually saying like Zod, you know, the name, so I could use that in the reveal that, you know, they're fighting, or like when I showed Zod for the first time in my animation. So that was kind of lucky, but yeah, it was like super hard to find like the voice or like fitting voice line for Guts, and I don't think I want to do that here, just because I don't really think I can, except maybe if I do them, but then that's also kind of weird. I don't want to go in that direction. So I think I'll just stick with like just, you know, animated without any voice lines, which would kind of be, and basically only including like you know, sound effects to kind of highlight some of the moments a bit better, and then kind of create most of the you know, most of the feeling and, I guess, movement of the animation with like a fitting song, for example. I think that could fit quite well here. So let's go through what the idea is. So the main idea is, of course, Deadpool is kind of looking around, just looking, you know, as kind of the intro is looking, Deadpool just, you know, looking around the environment. And then you see like Deadpool jumping, you know, in front of the camera kind of, and then Deadpool realizing he's there, turning around and then just kind of waving to him. And then you immediately see that Wolverine is ready to, like, you know, wants to fight by maybe having like a face close-up of him looking angry, and then switching to the claws. They're unsheathing, like ching, and then, you know, Deadpool realizes, hey, this is gonna be a fight. You know, he's gonna be happy, pulling out his gun, aiming at Wolverine, and then Wolverine's basically kind of, you know, doing his first attack, which is kind of this zigzag attack. So if you have like the shot right here, right, and Wolverine is standing right here, it would be kind of, you know, he's kind of far away, and then getting close to Wolverine to, you know, dodge his bullets, and then also get closer to him. And Deadpool, you know, kind of surprised by it, doesn't really know what to do, so he kind of just waits with his gun because he doesn't know where to shoot at. And then right in the, you know, in the last second, when Wolverine tries to kind of haymaker style, you know, throw one of these punches and claw him in the face, I guess, Wolverine pulls out his sword and kind of blocks it with his other hand, the one that it doesn't hold his gun. And then, but that doesn't really stop the attack. It, you know, Wolverine just goes through with it and throws Deadpool like way further away. Deadpool, you know, kind of catches itself on the ground with a sword, kind of maybe stabbing into the ground, so just to gather, you know, gain some stability again, to stop his fall, or his throw, I guess. And then they're both looking at each other. And next up, both kind of charge at each other, so that, you know, now both are kind of ready and both are charging at each other, right? And then we have like a, you know, like basically kind of like, you know how, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like small, like balls basically like clashing together, and then kind of doing this. How they're kind of, you know, going after attack, after attack, after attack, like leaving each other, entering again, and then clashing together, leaving, and then coming together again, kind of like those kind of attacks. Then, of course, the last attack, they both go, you know, separate again, and they were both standing, right, you know, getting ready to attack again, and then Wolverine gets ready. Hold on, let me read it again, just because I don't know the exact details. Oh, right, so both are getting pushed away, and then you see Deadpool, you know, kind of gathering himself and then getting ready again, kind of like this. But then, hold on. Oh yeah, then he realizes when he was in his pose, right, that his hand is missing, so, you know, because Wolverine cut it off. Okay, he looks to the side, that was his hand that his sword is in, so, you know, his hand holding the sword is on the ground. He realizes, oh, god damn it, my hand is gone. Okay, then switching over to Wolverine, he, you know, smiles because he sees he got him. Then he looks down, he sees like bullet wounds in his chest or somewhere, right? Because he has been hit too. He then switching back to Deadpool, you know, still having no hand grows back, okay, into a middle finger. Okay, that makes Wolverine angry, and then we get into step 2. I kind of separated this animation into like 3 steps. First of all, it's kind of the warm-up where both could kind of you know, get into the fight. Second one is both are getting more serious and creating more, or doing more extreme, you know, attacks. And then step 3 is kind of the final move of both of them. So once this happens, right, Wolverine goes into attack again. Deadpool kind of just dodges because he doesn't have a sword anymore, so he can't really block it. I guess he has another one, but for this one I just want him to dodge. And then like it's kind of like, you know, attack, and then Deadpool jumps up in the air. Wolverine looks after him. He sees like the silhouette of him, like, you know, in front of the sun, the silhouette of Deadpool in the air. And then Wolverine jumps after him, kind of like this. So, you know, his claws kind of create like an arrow shape, I guess, to attack, or maybe, I don't know, maybe like that, maybe different, to attack Deadpool in the air. He gets closer and closer and closer to the silhouette, and then at some point you see Wolverine's face kind of going from angry to kind of surprised, because all of a sudden the silhouette is gone. Where is he? And then he looks down and sees Deadpool, you know, kind of like relaxed, grabbing his katana, putting it back in his thing. And then Deadpool sees like, oh my god, he saw me. he figured it out. So now Wolverine is in there and Deadpool is on the ground. And then of course Wolverine wants to go down again. So he just kind of air dives down again. Okay, going closer and closer to the ground, and he still of course wants to attack him. So Deadpool gets ready, pulls out both his gun, pulls out a barrage of gunshots, or like bullets, I guess. Wolverine in the air, deflecting all of them with his claws, and then Wolverine getting angrier. Okay, then Deadpool realizes it doesn't really do much with his normal weapons, I guess. Pulls out, because why not, an incendiary grenade, right? Throws it in the air, like in between him and Wolverine. Shoots it so that it explodes, and then he keeps shooting so that the bullets basically become like fire bullets or something. Okay, doesn't really make any sense, but that's kind of, you know, anime, I guess. Shooting through the fire explosion, I guess. Bullets, you know, flying through. Now they're fire bullets. Okay, Wolverine still blocking all of them. Okay, becoming more and more enraged because, you know, he's kind of annoying when you get hit over and over again, or, you know, somebody tries to hit you over and over again. He blocks more, and then since they're also on fire and he gets more angry and angry, something I learned through the wiki actually is that he has like this rage mode, Wolverine, where he gets like so angry and, you know, full with rage that his claws actually heat up to like insane heat, like degrees. They're like glowing red. So here's kind of like a mix of the bullets, I guess, reflecting the bullets and him getting more angry, that he becomes like this spinning claw meteor, I guess, which then gets closer and closer to Deadpool. And oh right, because there's like this cloud, of course, Deadpool doesn't see him, so the meteor kind of crashes through the smoke cloud or the fire cloud and breaks it open, and then Deadpool sees the fire meteor coming towards him, of course. And then Wolverine, you know, you see Deadpool surprised. And then you know, next shot is kind of the meteor crashing into the ground. Huge smoke cloud. Slowly but surely the smoke lifts again. Seeing like this huge crater with Wolverine in the middle. Close up of Wolverine's face, and then you see like a further away shot of the crater, and then all of a sudden Deadpool jumps into the frame. You know, kind of like, you know, glad that he didn't get hit, because he, you know, wipes his sweat off his face, his forehead, and then all of a sudden you see Wolverine looking over, and that's probably gonna be it. Yeah, it was kind of hard. Like, I'm not really in like an expressive, or is it impress? No, I don't know, like an abstract artist, I guess. I don't really think abstract that much, so I can't really think of. I'm not really. It was kind of hard for me to think of like wilder attacks for these two. Like Wolverine, all he kind of has is, oh, I also had another idea where he basically Wolverine, I didn't really use that here, but I could have, which was that he kind of, you know, by slicing through the air, he creates like this vortex, or like this moment after the blade, he cuts through the air basically to create like these air, I guess, like air blades that fly towards, you know, that you can use to attack, but I haven't really done that here. So there's a lot more I think that I could do, but I think I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah. So now it's about kind of illustrating it a bit, so I can kind of nail down sort of the composition a bit more than I have right now, which also helps usually kind of, you know, usually if you illustrate something that you have in your mind, it makes it a bit more solid and shows you maybe the issues that could arise, or the things that you just haven't thought about. So yeah, let's illustrate some of these things. I wish Bye 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 wasn't copyrighted, because that would be so fitting. Bye Bye Bye. Is that a song from the movie, from the new one? Welcome Jackson. Welcome Thank Guy. Would krass sein, hopefully. Wolverine trying to be Garb. Yeah, Wolverine was like a weird one, because he doesn't really, like, he doesn't, it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like Zorro from One Piece, where he basically only has swords, and you kind of just have to, like, you know, imagine, like, that's what kind of hard for me. It's like, oh, all of a sudden he holds his hand, he holds his sword in a different way, and then all of a sudden there's purple fire coming out of it. And it could, you know, I kind of think like, oh, how can that make sense in real life? But sometimes it just doesn't have to make sense. So I kind of stretched my abstract muscles a bit more here, but I think I could have gone way further. But maybe, you know, if this does well, and people like it, maybe there could be a part 2 to the animation too. We'll see. Because there's more that you could do. I guess there's infinite things you could do, but yeah. Depending on whether I like the process and whether people like it, maybe I'll do another part of this. But let's finish this first, because this already seems kind of, yeah, there's a lot of variables that I don't know about. Okay. Let's yeah, seems very difficult to do, but sounds amazing. Yeah, something I think, so there are a few things that I don't exactly know how I want to do it in 3D. Like, for example, the explosion and then the explosion getting blasted open. The good thing is I don't have to make everything 3D, because I can also use, you know, I can, for example, use the overpainting, like the grease pencil to, for example, draw some of the VFX. Or I also thought about, there are like elemental VFX, for example, which you could then import as like planes and use as like VFX too, to make it a bit more, you know, to make it look a bit more 2D. Of course, I'm gonna try to create it in 3D, but of course, you know, sometimes, you know, a good way to make a animation just look overall more 2D is to just have also 2D elements mixed in with the 3D animation. Yeah, but I'll try to do most of it in 3D. The biggest thing, I tried it a bunch of times, but I just haven't figured it. I couldn't do it yet. I know that it's possible. I've seen it before, but I'm not like that good at procedural texture, for example, to create, for example, a like a stylized fire, for example. So I think I said, like, for example, like 15 times in that last sentence. But fire, for example, is like really hard for me to create a stylized version of. Maybe I just need to experiment more with it and maybe find a style that works. But so far I haven't really gotten there yet. So maybe fire might be something that is easier to draw than do 3D. Maybe it's also just about like finding a sweet spot between what is, you know, what it looks like in 2D and then what is possible in 3D. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to get into it. Luckily, there isn't too much fire in this scene. Okay, so yeah. So what I want to do first is kind of just grab this and, you know, kind of just draw some frames so I can visually map it out. I think what I could do, can I somehow, hold on. So the thing is, I don't know if I can place this somewhere so you can see it too. I think I'm just going to copy the text over and then you see what I'm working on currently. I think what I want to do, so this is kind of the layout that you oftentimes see in like anime storyboards too. Kind of like this. Boom. This kind of thing, right? We have image, and then on the right side you have some, I think like two different things, which is like, I think like action and direction or something like that. Like what happens, and then, oh, dialogue and action, there you go. And how long it's gonna take. I'm not gonna time it. I thought first what I wanted to do is actually time the animation to a song, but I think maybe that's gonna be that's gonna happen at some other point. I don't wanna put too much on my plate for this. So yeah, this is kind of the inspiration, I guess, for what I've just set up there. So yeah, this is what I kind of wanna do right now. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I think this will help for the final look. Let me see, how can I bring this somehow in here? I guess you don't really need to see my layers, but now basically what I want to do, or how I do this, I have the first frame, I guess. So now I can go in here and just extend this for the next bit. Maybe change the color. Also remove this. There you go. Do this, for example. Since this is all in like one gray block, I can just grab all this, duplicate it, and then do the next frame. So that's kind of the idea for this. Yeah. And then for this frame, for example, since it's in Photoshop, it's called what's it called? Smart object. Basically means that it is kind of like, you know, groups in the shader nodes, for example, where you can save nodes inside one node and then you can go into that node. This is kind of what this is, a smart object layer. So you can basically click on this and then you go into that layer. Oops. So if I now change something in here, like, I don't know, draw this, okay, then I save it, it's going to be here too, which, yeah, just makes it easier to, yeah, to draw. So when I want to draw, I can just go in here and do that. Okay, yeah. Welcome, Vamban. Hope you have a good day. This makes me want to get into Blender animation. I mean, why not? So, can I somehow... I don't think I can have text in here, but I don't think I need to. I think what I want to do... Maybe I'll create the steps first. I think I want to go step by step. I thought about setting up all the frames first. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. So, I don't know how far I can go with this. I don't know how long this can be. I'm just going to do this for now. And then let me group this together. Okay. Frame 1. Oops. I'm just going to do that, okay? Boom. Okay, how many frames do we need? So right now for these steps, for example, I haven't really... I have not accounted for each frame that I have in mind. But I don't know if I need to illustrate those. Like in between frames. Sometimes, you know, you see in like fighting scenes, you have like these frames where you only see the face, for example. Sometimes I haven't written these down here. But I don't know if I need to necessarily. I think this is already fine. So yeah. Yeah. Let's just go with what we have here. How many do we have here? Let's see. This is 21 plus 14 is 35 plus 13 is 48. 48 frames, okay. Let's see. I hope I can do this today, so we can then tomorrow go into the next thing. Maybe even today, depending on how fast this goes. It's really only supposed to be like a quick sketch. It's not really supposed to be like a crazy illustration, because that's gonna happen in Blender. So I don't want to go too ham on these, you know, sketches. I would like to show you how I did it in the Pixar animation, but I don't think I would have to pull up the hard drive that I have it on, and I don't think I can find it that quickly. Unfortunately. I think I'm gonna need to have multiple of these. Oh, wait, I can do that. Hold on. Oh, how many was it? I already forgot. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly 50. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 on each, and then I can create another one next to it. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember the process that well when I did it for the Pixar animation, creating a storyboard, but I think it helps. it definitely helped nailing down like the visual idea that I have in mind, or how it could work if you actually, you know, write it down. Oh, damn it, hold on. Does it look better if I give it an outline? Does that work? I think that's better. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick. Yeah, you know, there must be a reason why big studios use storyboards. So I will do that for this one too. I think this will just kind of just make sense. It's also just good for like visual consistency. It's kind of like what I started recently is to prepare food for the next day, like the evening before. And which kind of just makes it much easier the next day, because you know, usually what I did before was just like, you know, remember, oh, I gotta eat something you know, at some point. I go into this kitchen and then I think, okay, what could I do? Now I just go in the kitchen in the evening, say, hey, what did I do yesterday? Let's just do that again. And then I, you know, make that stuff, and then I just pull it out the next day and eat it. If I would have to do, you know, create the food, make the food on that day, you know, if you kind of go in and out of making food multiple times a day, that's more time spent than if you just do it all in one go. And that's kind of the idea here too. Once you kind of laid it all down, you can just refer back to it and look at it and what you had in mind, and don't have to think about it again. You already know what it's supposed to look like. This is 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now we can use the Artboard tool to make this an artboard. Okay. We need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, no, 4. 4 more. There you go. Okay. And then we can just copy all this over. Okay. Grab this, pull it over there. Okay, there you go. Okay. Maybe this will also show me how long this will actually take. Because it shows me maybe like the assets that I need, or like the, yeah, whatever. Or like, you know, all the things that are required for this to look how I want it to look. Okay. First of all, pen. Oh, first of all, I, you know, just copy over what I have in mind, like the storyboard, and then we can get to illustrating. Boom. Copying and pasting. I think I can also, since it's just one sentence basically, I can probably also make it a bit bigger. Okay. Also, I printed the the statue from last week. I can show it to you in a second. Where's the alignment? The only problem with artboards is that it makes Photoshop kind of laggy, which is really annoying. But I think for this it should be enough. Should be fine. Where do I... Can I not center this? That's kind of weird. How weird. Oh, never mind. Doesn't work. Okay, well, guess not then. How do you choose such vibrant colors? I always end up with gray tone colors. For what? For my animations, or for this? This isn't really that vibrant right now. Usually what I do is I just look for cool, cool reference images that have cool colors, or like a cool color scheme. Or you can also use Adobe Color, for example, which has you can either create your own color scheme, or so if we go in here, for example, bam, Adobe Color, you can either create your, oh cool, thank you. Oh, hello. Why do I have to log in to use Adobe Color? That wasn't a thing before. Color palette generator. There you go. Never mind. Okay. I guess we find another one then. I don't know. Yeah, you can find like color palette generators, and oftentimes they also have like user-generated like libraries that you can look through and see if you can find one that you like, and that you can use those too. I'm not like an expert or like a pro in color theory, so I couldn't 100% tell you what creates good colors for like an animation, for example, or an illustration, but that's what I do. So for the colors for Deadpool, for example, oops, I found a reference, which is nope, this one right here, if I can find it. This one, oh, loading. This one right here, which I like the colors of, so I just grabbed them from here, just copied them over to mine too. I also, yeah, I maybe at some point want to learn more about color theory, but right now that is not, something I want to get into. So yeah, maybe at some point. Because color can make a big difference. It's kind of similar to lighting in like renders. How good lighting can make a scene look way different and way better. Kind of the same with colors. Which is also why for this animation I want to get into compositing a bit more. Or like, post-production of the actual animation. Because I think it can just make a big difference in the final look. And you don't really have to do much more. Like, you don't have to like change the animation at all. All you need to do is just render it in a certain style, in a certain way, and then you have way more freedom in how you can adjust it. And that's why it's kind of a simple way to improve your animations. And it has like a big return with little investment, I guess. Nope, lag, or maybe not. There you go. Yeah, for example, like this one here, Wolverine continuing haymaker throwing Deadpool far away. This could be maybe 2 frames instead of 1, but I think for this, as long as we have the main frames, I think it's fine. Okay, I don't know why, but the browser's just lagging. Hello? Ah. Okay, the mouse is just not working for some reason. What's going on? Yeah, sometimes I just kind of made, you know, just use a command to basically create 2 frames in one. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. The Deadpool model had really vibrant colors. Yeah. Yeah, I just found a good reference. And then that was it. Okay, this is kind of a... Okay. Oops. Oh, I have a better idea for this. Hold on. Do I? No, I don't. Actually, maybe. To make this faster. I'm kind of a professional at not making things as, you know, as fast as possible, but... I think I want to stick with this. The safe route, okay? I usually like a consistency over over experimentation. Blue Fields looks like a new tech startup business card. What? This is actually not Affinity Designer, this is Photoshop. I don't even know, can you see the logo? No, you can't, it's right over here, right on top. I thought about using it, especially now since it has like this free trial, but so far I haven't really switched yet. Maybe at some point. I think Photoshop is like the only tool now that I use that is still from Adobe. I switched my editing tool, and the other tools I don't really use that much, like Illustrator and InDesign, which I've used in the beginning. I don't really use them anymore. So the only really tool, oh, and of course like the what's it called, Acrobat or whatever, to look at PDF files. But I don't think I actually, like, you don't need a paid version for that. Just to have like all the tools that nobody ever needs, like creating interactive, you know, interactive files, for example, creating buttons in PDF files. Not really something I personally need. So yeah, maybe I'll switch at some point, since, you know, it's like a one-time purchase as well, right? So you don't need to pay for it over and over again, which is, you know, in the long run, definitely better. I prefer one-time purchases all day of the year. I'm always paranoid with subscriptions. Usually when I pay for a subscription thing, I always choose the pay monthly, even if it's maybe a bit more money, since if you then miss a quarter or half a year or a year even, then all of a sudden you have to pay for that whole year again, even though you don't want to use the software anymore. PS has changed. Has it changed? I don't even know. For me, it looks maybe I don't know how long you haven't been using it, but I think it looked like this for quite a long time. Maybe not, I don't know. I guess the interactive bar here is new, which can be quite annoying sometimes, but can also be pretty useful. 25. How long did it take you to learn Blender? I guess it depends on what you mean with learn. I started in 2019. So if you want to, do stuff, if you kind of, want to know how long, when I started, there you go. I don't remember. So there's like this moment in your journey to learning something where you reach that point where you can think of something and just create it. At some, like in the beginning you think about like, oh, I would like to create this, but then you run into this issue that you just don't know how to create something. But at some point you reach that point where you just have a technique for whatever you want to create. And I think I reached that like 2 or 3 years ago. And then at this point it's more about, getting better and maybe learning new techniques rather than just, rather than actually learning one technique for something. Hello, can you let me do anything? So yeah, it's not really, there's not really a point where you've finished learning, right? But the moment where I knew a technique for everything, well, it was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't use Adobe stuff since I was down on my luck with work and had to pay a monthly sub on and off. So what Adobe did was charge 3. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. Luckily I at some point I just utilized the student function for a long time. I was able to save some money, but then all my Google accounts ran out, so I couldn't really do that anymore. So yeah, now I just pay the usual fee, I guess, or I'm not participating in the Punisher challenge. Usually for all of the ones that he's done, there's always something, like another project that I've worked on in that time. So when I could participate in it is only when I either know beforehand, like a while, when it's gonna happen, so I can plan ahead, or when the project ends and then then his thing comes up. But usually if I finish a project, I already have the next one planned, so it's not really I guess I could push the other one back then, but yeah, I don't really. Oh, okay. I haven't participated in one yet. Maybe at some point, but I guess it's always like 6 months apart, right? So I kind of could plan ahead, but yeah, it's still like I kind of calculate I plan my things on a weekly basis. So like, what do I do this week? What do I do next week? And if I then see, oh, it's already 6 months since the last one, I don't want to like wait a week for his thing to drop and then just not do anything in that week. I guess I could always find something to do, but still, it's still yeah, it's kind of hard to implement that in my schedule. Dude, it's actually lagging like crazy. something I saw, I don't know where I saw it, but like an idea that I also thought about including here was just that it was like a gunfight, okay? But what they have done is they've given the bullets different physics, okay? So what they've done is, you know, normally you just shoot, right? And the bullets go straight out of the, you know, out of the gun, whatever. But what they've done is, you know, they've done kind of this shooting where they, you know, kind of, move their arms while shooting. So what that in their mind created was, when they do this, then the bullet curves back in the other direction. So basically, they shoot, you know, shooting straight would be this, and then if you do this, it would be and just going, you know, curving the bullet, which of course makes no sense. But I thought about including that here too, but yeah, I couldn't really find a good way or good place to do it. Because also kind of stuff like that where you have to explain the physics that you're doing requires like 1 or 2 frames of just showing what is going on. So I couldn't just like show him and flail around and shoot, and then the bullets all of a sudden just target or home onto Wolverine. That doesn't really make any sense. So you would have to have like 1 or 2 frames explaining what he's doing. Like, oh, like a slow motion shot, for example, of Wolverine, Deadpool swinging, and then all of a sudden the bullet curves. I wonder if there are bullets that curve, like that are designed to curve. Maybe they have like a hole in them, which allows them to curve. Okay, I feel like my suspicion is becoming true, that this becomes way too laggy, but I will not give up. Hopefully Photoshop won't either. Welcome Jay Danish, new subscriber, welcome. Kinderfreak, welcome. First new ever Punisher challenge I participated was cool, but there was so much going on I could barely keep up. Yeah. I remember a movie about that, which curved bullets. It was, yeah. Yeah, it's like one of these things where it makes no sense, but it still is cool. And I think I need to train that muscle a bit more. Okay, almost there. Almost, the text is almost done. Oh, hello. Oh, it's lagging again. There you go. Just locks up for some reason. Also, how long is his, let me actually check in a second. How long the time you have is for his challenges. Isn't it like a month? Oops. Oh god. A month for that? I guess that could work for my schedule, like in terms of how long I want to spend on a project. If it's like 3 months, then that might be a bit too long. I guess I don't need to use the whole time, but yeah. Oh. But it's cool what he set up this time with all the programs giving you like a free trial for the competition time, I guess, for like, you know, for the creation time, so that you can try them out, and then if you like them and you want to use them more, you can then purchase them, which I think is a really cool way to collaborate. On top of course, giving away all the prizes too. Get rid of these. I don't need you. Oh, what happened? Oh no. I think I deleted the whole artboard. God damn it. Why do I not... Hello? Okay. There you go. So, all the text has been copied over. Let me save this again. I don't know if this is good. I think what I want to do is separate this into separate paths, because right now it's very laggy, and I think when I add more sketches, it's going to be even laggier. Yeah. So let me separate this real quick. 1 month deadline. Okay, yeah. Oh, let me drink something real quick. It's getting warmer again. How warm is it today? Hold on. 26 degrees. Oh no. Too warm, that's for sure. Okay. Or what I could do, I don't know if that helps. I think it does. What if I do something else? Hold on. This might be a bit more convoluted, but it might help. Instead of using artboards, I can just use folders to put them all into one folder and then only use one artboard. That might be easier. Because I think the reason why it lags is because of the artboards for some reason. So if I bring them all together into one, hopefully that makes it easier. It could also just be the absolute volume of 1080p images that I have in here. That makes it a bit harder, but you know what? No. It is not falling apart yet, so I will not make anything. I will not change anything, okay? Okay, so I think something that actually will help is to keep this frame fairly small when I draw on it. So I think what I want to actually do is... Oh, I also made a different issue, but that's fine. I think if I keep the frame smaller when I draw on it, it's easier to keep it sketchy. Rather than when I open it and then have like this full frame that I can draw on. And you know, it just, I don't know, I tend to just go more detailed if I have that. So I think what I actually rather would like to do is just to create one more layer. Can I do that here? There you go. One more layer, which will just be a like the sketches for all of them. So now if I draw here, boom, I can draw on each one of these. Hopefully on all of them. There you go. And that should make it a bit easier. Welcome, Yazan. Hope you have a good day. Let me calculate the pen. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, it is time to sketch. I don't want to spend too much time. I think, okay, hold on. Let's actually do this, okay? So I don't spend too much time on this, okay? So I don't spend too much time on this, and I can imagine, you know, you're coming here not to watch me draw stuff, okay? Sketch stuff. What I probably want to do is I'm gonna give myself... We have, how many do we have? Like 50 or almost 50? No, 48. I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes for each frame, okay? 48 times 2 divided by 60 is 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours to do all of these. And then we should still have some more time to get into Blender. I think that's good. This will make sure that I don't spend too much time on these. And also, yeah, should probably be sufficient. I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to do stuff too quickly for the detriment of the project just to make the stream better. But, you know, I think this is actually good in both ways. So that's what we're going to do. Let me get a timer. Can I create a timer? No. Let me create one like this. Hold on. Okay. This will be the best timer you've ever seen. Let me check this real quick if this works. Okay, 10 seconds. Hold on. Let's see if we hear it in 10 seconds. And... okay, that's a bit loud. Can I make it quieter? I cannot. Okay. But maybe if we hear it every 2 minutes, it's not too bad. Is that loud? It's not too loud, right? I wonder if just like mockups you can create a smart object of the frame, so you make every blue field a smart object and enter each field like its own. Yeah, that's what I've set up here. But if I enter it, I have like this huge frame that I can draw on, which is just too much. And if they're smaller like this, it is easier for me not to go overboard, which is why also the problem that I've made here is that each one of these blue frames is a smart object, but they're all the same smart object. So when I change one, all of them change. So I would have to change them all again to be unique, which I don't want to do at this point. So I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, I'm about to start a speedrun with the speedrun music. Exactly. Okay, speedrunning storyboard. Oh, hold on. I also got to remember that this is, of course, part of the video, so I need to record it too. Let me start a new OBS thing so I can record it. Okay. Okay. There you go. I gotta remember that every time. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, let me show you the timer. Let me set it to, okay, 2 minutes. Okay. Oh. I need a new window. It is this one. Perfect. Okay. Here's the thing. You could see it already, but you only need this. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Here you go. Here's the timer. Okay. I'm gonna put it here. Okay. Is that visible in the other one too? I don't think so. No. Oh. Okay. Good. So, it is time. You can see my mouse, can you? No, you can't. Why can you not? Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. 2 minutes for each. Let's go. There you go. Can I draw? Perfect. Hold on. I need to... Actually, I think I'm going to remove the smart object because I don't need it. Although, yeah. Oh, that's going to take ages. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Okay. Reminds me of Jinx. Yeah, I think it is Jinx. There you go. Can you? Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. How did I just do it? Oh, there you go. Okay. But anyway, we need to do this, okay? No time to waste. Let's get into this. So, speedrun, 2 minutes for each frame. Okay, first let me think about what I have in mind, and then... Okay, oops. I'm ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first we have Deadpool sitting like kind of right here, okay? He is supposed to kind of look in this direction. He is just eye, okay? Sitting there. And looking around, okay? Boom. Sick. Maybe even, okay? Maybe even doing this. Oh, that's a sick arm. Because he's wondering whatever he's wondering, okay? I don't know what he's wondering, but he does. There you go. Okay? And then all of a sudden, Wolverine jumps into the frame downwards. It's just like a little, you know, like a, what do you call it? Like a scribble frame. So you see that somebody's jumping in there. Let me draw it again. I have 2 minutes, so for this one it's actually easier. It's like, okay? Bam. Wolverine entering the thing. He's only flying through. He's not actually standing here at the end. He's just kind of, you know, going through the frame. So you see something landed. Boom. Okay. First frame actually already done. Let me draw some an environment too. I have 40 seconds, okay? Actually, do I need one here? I haven't really thought about the environment too much yet. But I think I actually don't want to have an environment because I want to make the environment... So let me, I guess I'll just draw this. There you go. Perfect, okay? That's the environment. Perfect. Easy. First one already done. Okay. Since Jinx has been brought up, you gotta watch Arcane if you haven't. I have not, but I have watched so much to analyze it, because I made a project around it that I basically have watched it. Okay, next frame. Oh, wait. What is this? Oops. I think I just created a new layer. Okay, I gotta remember to select that layer. Can I... Jesus, how do I... What? I messed up. Oh no. Why is it... It's not leaving the artboards. Whatever, okay? Doesn't matter. Okay. Next up. Next one. Okay. Let's go. 2 minutes. Okay, here we have, you know, Deadpool. What does this thing look like? His eye holds, or the things like this. Look kind of like Spider-Man. Okay. His eyes are a bit too far over, but that's fine. Okay. Boom. Okay, and then his hand just kind of doing this. The worst hand ever, but it's fine. Okay, there you go. 4 fingers, not 5. There you go. Okay, that's already enough. Looks flawless. I wouldn't change a thing. There you go. Oh, hold on, let me change my thing. My notifications. Okay. There you go. That was me. Okay, there you go. Perfect. I don't even need 2 minutes. Okay. Next one. I think for this one I'm going to create 2 frames. Let me show you how. Let's go. So, look at this. Bam. Okay. And then his face. Looking kind of in this direction. Oops. That's weird. Okay, his eyes kind of look like this, I guess. Okay. Boom. Angry face. He actually has a nose, so I need to keep that in mind. Perfect face. Well, what does his mask look like? Kind of like this, I think. There you go. And then his ears are kind of here. He has a neck, of course. He looks like a teenager right now, but that's fine. And then his hand. Oh god. He has 3 claws coming out of his knuckles. You know, in between his knuckles, never mind. What am I even drawing right now? This is the worst fist I've ever drawn in my life. Ching. Jesus. Okay. Okay, perspective non-existent. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Wolverine looks like... What is that? Teenage warhead? Oh. Yeah, he doesn't look that great, okay? Let's just move on to the next one. Okay. Okay. I think for this one... No. So... I think what I want to do is maybe like the shot like this. How would he hold it? Like this, I guess. And then his hand would be... Dude, this is horrible, but it's fine. That's what it's supposed to be, okay? I gotta tell myself that. There you go. Wait, other way around. $50 seconds, easy. So far I've only lost once to the timer. Okay. There you go. Okay. Next one. Oh yeah, this one's cool. Okay, this one's cool. Let me see if I can do this one. It's gonna be kind of like this. Okay, and he starts kind of back here. And then it's kind of... And then you have like small like debris here when he changes position. And you have like thunder and stuff. Okay, there you go. Little stick dude. There you go. Okay. That's this. Next one. Minute, not even a minute. Jesus, I'm fast. Okay. Surprise, unsure where to shoot. Okay, yeah, this one's kind of the same like this one, so let's get it done. Maybe even let me try perspective, okay? worst, let me try something here. Okay. I don't know what this is. It's supposed to be a gun, okay. Apparently also in the wiki for Marvel, whatever, Marvel wiki, they have like stats for each character. And apparently, according to them, the stats, Deadpool stats, are better in every way compared to Wolverine, except in one aspect, which I think was like fighting prowess or something. So you should beat him every time, but almost every time, I guess. But yeah, of course, we're not going to make it that easy for him here. Okay. There you go, flawless. Have you ever seen a better drawing than of Deadpool? I bet not. There you go. Okay. Next one. Close up claw. Hey, oh yeah, right. Okay. So I have 2 ideas for this, but I have 2 minutes to set this up, so... Oh, yeah, this is cool. Okay, head. Maybe a bit too big, but whatever. Okay. Nose. Then we have the eyes. He still looks flabbergasted. Okay. And then neck. I need to give them bigger necks, that's why they look so weird. Okay. There you go. Okay. But then... hand right here. Claws. Let's just add the claws right here. Boom. What would that be like? It would be like this. Okay, and then the finger would be here. Okay. There you go. Hand coming in right here. Moving towards his head, okay? The most Deadpool I've ever seen. Okay. So he's flabbergasted, the blade comes towards him. Next. Oh. Next, Deadpool unsheathing katana with other hand blocking attack. Okay. This one. Boom. Head. Once again. I'm gonna draw so many heads here. I am dreading the time when it comes to full bodies, okay? I'm scared. Okay, there you go. At least I don't need to draw any faces. Well, except for Wolverine, I guess. I forgot what his pattern is for his face. Okay. Angry. Okay. This one is a bit weird, but basically there's a hand here. No, do I do it? I'll keep this frame for now. And then the katana comes in here, ching. Sparks flying. Because the claws hit, he blocks with the thing, right? He blocks with the katana. Okay. Ching. Perfect. Okay. Next up. Hold on. Welcome, Rally. Hope you have a good day. Continuing Haymaker throwing Deadpool far away. Okay, so this one... Oh, okay. Okay. I'll try, okay? I'll try. Here we have it far away. Head somewhere here. Body. It's kind of from a top-down perspective, so it's hard to draw. But it's kind of like this. Leg forward. Foot. Kind of like this. And then arm back. This one. And this one is kind of extended. Longest arm ever, but that's fine. Oh, what was that? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, Ragish, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let me check on it in a second. After my thing here is done. Okay, so he swings like this. Deadpool would be here, but then in the next frame he's like whizzing by because he's slamming him, you know, away like this. Boom. So that's kind of what this is supposed to look like. So TP. Okay, this is the ground. This movement just makes it weird. Okay, so this is kind of the idea, okay? Looks horrendous, but it's fine. I know what it's supposed to mean, and that's all that matters. Save it. He's cake. Oh, there you go. Thank you for the super chat, Ragish. Want to learn this too? Well, I guess maybe you can learn some of this by watching the stream, I guess, maybe. Or, if you have any questions, you can of course ask them. I appreciate the super chat. Okay. Next up, what is this? Deadpool ragdolling over ground using sword to regain balance and break fall. Okay, so this one will be a two-parter again. So this one will be hardcore mode. Let's go. Boom. First of all, oh, bam. Never mind, didn't work. Okay, here. Boom. Okay. First of all, here we have the ground. And Deadpool is just kind of flailing in the air. At some point I just need to spend like a month just concepting and sketching so I can get this done, do this better. Okay. Caked up once again, but that's good. Here. Okay, hand. Other hand somewhere here, I guess. So this is one, okay. And then this one will be... Oh, another one. Maybe kind of like this. Ching, because the sword is slamming into the ground here. Oh god, how do I draw this? Okay. Jesus, this is horrendous. This is actually bad. 30 seconds, okay. Something like this, okay? Looks perfect. Okay. You can probably immediately see what this is, right? Exactly. Okay, hold on. Let me actually do something real quick to fix the issue of not drawing on this on the right layer. This should do that. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, well, doesn't matter. Okay, so this one's kind of logical, but this one is maybe a bit abstract, but it's fine. Okay, it is totally fine. Let me go to the next one here. Okay, this one is group 1 sketch. Oh, thank you again, Ragush. Thread Blender managed to render 1 donut. Nice. I mean, that's a good start. You can always, you know, group 2 sketch. You can always go from there. I feel like if you finish the donut tutorial, you're already further than 80% of people that try that tutorial. So actually, let's see that. Let's look at that for a second. I'm actually curious. Hold on. Blender Guru. Oops. It'd be cool if you had the scene where Deadpool broke the 4th wall. That might be at the end, or he looks at. Maybe he might look at the camera there. So the first part of the donut tutorial has 3.9 million views. Okay, the last one has 363. So, hold on, 39 divided by 363. Wait, never mind, the other way around. 363,000 divided by 3.9 million is, yeah, there's 10% have made it to the end. So there you go, you're in the best 10%. So all you need to do now is go to the next one and create something else. I just watched your video seconds ago. Nice. Welcome. Now you can see the idea for the next, I guess the next part. I've used Blender for over 5 years, still haven't and can't make the donut. I actually only I have made the first donut at the beginning of this year, or the end of last year. So how long is that? 19 to 23. 4 years. Yeah, it took me 4 years to create my first donut, but oh, why can I not? Oh, right, that's why. Yeah, it took me 4 years to create my first donut. I started with the Blender, the beginner tutorial on the Blender channel. Okay. No time to waste. Let's go to the next one. So I never made a donut. Wolverine looking angry charging at Deadpool. Oh god. Hold on. Is that right? I feel like there's something missing. Oh no, never mind. Okay. Okay. This one's gonna be horrendous, okay? I'm telling you already. Let's begin. Face here. Okay. There you go. Grinning teeth. Okay. This is kind of what he looks like, right? Something like this. And then neck. Shoulders. At the end of this I can draw a perfect Wolverine, don't worry. Right now it might look weird, but the 5 years I haven't drawn well, or drawn like really much at all, they will all come back in the next 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, and then we have the leg here. Oops. Arms. And then the forearms. I need to draw two fists. That's not good. That is absolutely not good. I guess I'll just do that. There you go. Okay. Look at this amazing art piece. I don't have much time. Boom. Oh god. Okay. Next one. Dude, yeah, it's always the same. I have something in my mind, but I just can't put it on the canvas. Okay. Charging at Wolverine with sword. Okay. Let's go. This one will be... right. Another face, obviously. This one looks even more like a bean. Horrendous. Okay. Perspective is my worst enemy right now. Jesus. Okay. Okay. This is horrendous, but it's fine. It is totally fine. And then we have the sword here. Sick perspective. Look at this. Almost like it's stabbing you in the eye. Okay. Oh, I know what's missing. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. Now it looks good. Okay. Okay. There you go. I want to make games though. I started learning Unreal Engine. Oh, okay. Thank you for another super chat. I appreciate it. Unreal Engine feels like, so I would say I know Blender quite well, and then at some point I switched to Unreal, and it feels like learning Blender again from scratch. That's kind of how it feels like switching to Unreal. But it both have their use cases, and if you want to make games, of course, Unreal, for example, is a good one to go. If you want to make games, it might be better to start with Unreal than Blender, since then you can focus more on like how to create the systems and the background of the games more, rather than the 3D aspect. Because I think the 3D aspect is easier to get to learn than the programming aspect. Sorry, I did it when you were focused. Don't worry. We have 2-minute focus sessions, and then yeah, I have a little break, so it's all good. Thank you again for the super chat. Okay, let's go for the next one. This one is a bit harder, because they're clashing together. So, let's go. So this one would probably be kind of like this. Okay, this one. Boom. Okay, there you go. And then the other one. God, I have to do the same again. Okay. Jesus. What? Oh, god damn it. Okay, shoulder, arm, something that looks like a fist maybe. Bam. Okay. There you go. And then ching. And then pew pew pew. Okay. There you go. 5 seconds out of the claw. There you go. Okay. Probably my best work yet. Okay. This one is cool though. Let's do this one. This one's cool. Bro speaking money. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, Buffy. You know you don't have to donate to chat, right? Okay. Next one. Multiple clashes with detailed frames showing collision. Okay. I'm not going to show the detailed frames because that would be way too much work. I'm going to show the what I have in mind for the far away shot. Okay, so check this out. Bam. And then you have pew, and then we have like a big right clashes in the middle. Boom. Boom. And then boom. This one, boom. And then one more, I don't know, like this maybe. So they're basically clashing together every time and then bouncing off, coming back, and clashing together again. That's kind of the idea here, okay? There you go. Looks kind of like a flower, but that's fine. Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like, kind of. So these kind of frames I think are easier than this, for example, because I don't have to do much overdrawing here at all. So these should probably be easier to do. Next up, last collision pushes them away. This one, I think I need 2 frames. Okay, well, welcome Amethystian. This one here and here, I guess. Once again, Deadpool falling backwards with a sword. That is not a face, that is a block. Okay, there you go. And then... Jesus. This shows why I'm not a 2D artist, okay? I practiced drawing like last year a little bit more, but oh right. But I don't wanna. I haven't really found the time slot yet where I want to practice it. I would like to practice it more because it allows you to illustrate things a bit easier. Yeah, this is fine, okay? This is horrendous, but it's fine. Next up, what we have here, collision pushes them. Oh, right, Wolverine too. Okay, pew, okay, leg looks like nothing, but I don't know why I always draw scribbles. Okay, there you go. Boom, leg, and then torso. This one slams into the ground because of the claws. There you go. Scratch marks here and there. Tell me if it's not easy to see what I'm doing here. I think you can see it. I hope, okay? Okay, there you go. He's breaking by, you know, slamming his claws into the ground. There you go. Face non-existent. Fine. Okay, there you go. So he's, you know, he's sliding backwards, ramming his claws into the ground to break, and Deadpool is using his sword for that. No, actually, maybe I should not show his front, because then it, like, because that kind of defeats the purpose of, defeats the next scene, but it's fine. Okay. Thank you again for the super chat. Okay. Deadpool getting back into fine pose, realizing hand is missing. Right. Let me draw. Okay. This is just drawing practice right now. And I kind of like it. Okay. Next one. Boom. This one. Crazy perspective. I already hate my life, but it's fine. I have some more time here, so it's all good. Okay. Shoulder. Okay, neck. Jesus. And the hand needs to go forward. And then the hand is just cut off. There you go. Bip, 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 bip. Hand is gone. Oh no. Deadpool, how can he recover? There you go. Maybe I should use the time to detail it out more. Okay. There you go. Next one. Deadpool looking to the side, hand and sword in the distance on ground. Okay. This one needs 2. Boom. God damn it, I don't want to draw it again. I guess I can do this. Pew, pew, pew. He's turning his head. Okay. Sword on the ground with his hand still attached. There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. Doesn't look too bad actually. Maybe the sword is a bit short. There you go. Okay. Sword. I mean hand still attached. Next one. Okay. 2 more shots. Let's go. In the same frame. Now I have to draw Wolverine again. Okay. Look at that beautiful Wolverine face. Okay. Dude, I feel the power of the sketch coming back to me. Looking down. Oh, right. I have to draw him again. God damn it. Now, even in a steeper angle. How is that supposed to work? Okay. There you go. The funny thing is, if you look at the like earlier sketches of like storyboards, even for Pixar and stuff, they all look like this. But then of course you have like the actual artist sketch them out more, so you can see like the composition a bit better, and then it, you know, looks better. Okay. Okay, another one. Let's go. So this one is Wolverine basically looking down and seeing that his body has been covered, or he has like, you know, gunshot wounds, which of course he would kind of feel, but it kind of just makes sense more here if he doesn't feel them before the camera. So something I learned recently, there are a few techniques that I've learned in the last few days that will improve this animation. And I'm kind of excited to get into them because they're actually really cool and I think they are going to be really effective. One of them is like how, you know, oftentimes you see in anime how the characters kind of feel like they're disconnected from the ground and background. And you can imitate that quite well by parenting the character to the camera. So that the character is always moving with the camera and the ground is kind of just like a separate object, which creates like the sliding, like makes it so the characters are sliding over the ground. But that's actually good because that happens in anime too, or in overall animation. So it's good. Okay, there you go. We have gunshot wounds here. Boom, boom, maybe even blood. I don't know. I don't want to make it too brutal. There you go. And then next one. Oh, almost 20 done. Easy. Almost 20 done. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. You know what? Hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I will cheat a bit. No, I will actually not cheat because this is all just practice, okay? I will enjoy this as practice. Okay. Hold on, let me look at this. Okay. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Welcome, Chimera. Nogi 2024. Yeah. I have this problem while drawing where my characters are not consistent in every panel. What should I do? And I also suck at perspective. Well, same. Well, not consistent in every panel. I think it's kind of normal for like drawings to not be fully consistent, as long as you kind of capture the overall design. So for example, for anime, oftentimes, for example, in more extreme shots or in further away shots, as long as you capture, for example, the overall shapes and the colors and stuff that make the characters unique, usually that is enough to make for the viewer to understand. Of course, if you have like a face, you would want to try to make them to match them as good as possible, but yeah, it's I think over time you're gonna get better at it. It's just, you know, practice. Okay. Wolverine getting angrier. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go. Boom. Getting angrier. Let me try another perspective here. Look at this detailed nose. Amazingly drawn. Because I drew it. And then it all falls apart once I add the Wolverine parts. Damn it. Oh, right. I'm missing this right now. There you go. Okay. It's getting there, okay? It's getting there. Looks like my nose. Welcome, Yusin. Love your work, thank you. Bro's like raw. Okay. Next one. Wolverine engaging multiple trick attacks. Oh right, this one's fun. Let's see how I can do this. So we have Wolverine kind of in here from the back. Oh no. Okay. And then choo choo, fists going out. Multiple, which looks nothing like what I'm drawing right now, but it's fine. And then Deadpool kind of pew pew pew. I don't even know. I'm just making sound effects right now. I'm not even drawing anything. How do I even draw this? There you go, kind of like a silhouette, I guess. Don't you see when I say what I mean? And choo choo choo. Hold on. I'm almost there. Okay. So then he does choo 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 and then pow 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 and all of a sudden wha-bang, right? Right? Replace the one where Wolverine engages in combat to him engaging in Deadpool. I don't know about that one. Oh, to Deadpool, maybe. Okay. Onwards. Jumping high into the air. Okay, this one's also cool. So they kind of fight right here. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Pow, pow, pow. Pang, pang, bang, 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 bang. Okay, that's why they add them in comics too, because they're so impactful, the sound effects. They write bang, because people can then see what they mean. There you go, and then... Whew. Okay. There you go. Oh. Wolverine looking up, seeing Deadpool's silhouette. Okay. We need 2 here. Oops. God, so many perspectives that I haven't drawn in 15 years. Okay. The worst situation for any person drawing someone looking up. Okay. It actually doesn't look too bad, okay? I'm pretty proud of this one. I'm pretty proud. Okay. Oh. No, that actually is fine. There you go. Okay. And then we have the silhouette, which is like kind of like this because the sun is kind of blinding. And we have Deadpool here in the air. There you go. Okay, that's the idea. Next one. Wolverine jumping after him. Okay. Let's get into it. Wolverine jumping after him. Maybe it's just okay, there you go. Torso. At some point I learned a technique that I don't know if it works that well or if other people do it, but it's kind of like how you can draw bodies easier is by starting with a bean for the core of the body. So here you can see the bean, like basically the hips plus torso is the bean. I can show you what I mean in a second, a bit easier. Okay, there you go. Looks horrendous, but it's fine. There you go. Preparing, and then bam, zip. He's flying in the air. It's so crazy. The arrow isn't even straight because it's distorting reality so much how fast he's jumping. Okay, boom. Oh, I know what to do. Bam. Okay. Perfect. Welcome, Power Shock Animated. Hope you have a good day. As you can see, intense sketching going on. Let me show you what I mean. So if we grab, can I find one here? This one, for example. So here. Oh. Okay. If you were to start drawing this, what I kind of practiced a bit is to do this. To start, you know, with the torso, of course, and the bottom, and to create this kind of bean, which would look kind of like this. Why is it smoother drawing in here than in drawing in Photoshop? That is unacceptable. Drawing, you know, this kind of bean to begin with, and then you can add the arms. You can start adding the legs too, and stuff like that, by drawing arrows and stuff. I mean, lines. Yeah, and drawing the core first. At least for me, it made it a bit easier in the beginning to, yeah, do this. I'm learning Blender and my friend sent me your videos. Oh, welcome. Alex the Shiba. Hope you have a good day. Okay. Wolverine Swan Dive attacking Deadpool. Okay, so this one... Okay, do I want to draw perspective again? I don't know. Let's try it. It's all practice. It's all practice, okay? It's all practice. That's just what I have to tell myself. Actually, I don't know if I want to draw it in that swan dive thing. I think what I want to do is, first of all, start drawing so I don't waste any time. So we have the face here first. Okay. Looks kind of like he has a Santa hat on right now. You know what this looks like? Like the main drawings, like the base drawings from the One Punch Man manga. That's what this looks like right now. If you look at them, they look quite similar. And then this goes down. Oops. Forearms are just hard to draw and to sculpt. So I just phone them in somehow. So this is the claw, and then we have the feet, the legs, I guess, kind of going down. This one can go up, I guess. Oh God. Oh no. There you go. I just checked the time and it's already over. That was like an arm supposed to be, you know, going towards the camera. Okay. Onwards. Getting closer and closer to silhouette. Well, this one is kind of easy. Let's get into it. Just once again. Pew. And what they oftentimes do to kind of show in a storyboard zoom in is to do this. Where they draw like another frame in the frame to show that it's zooming in. And then we need a little dude in the middle. There you go. Okay. We're already at how many? 28 out of 48, so we're getting there. This is the boring stuff, okay? And then we can get into 3D. Wolverine face from angry to surprised. Oh god damn it, 2 frames again, okay. Okay, there you go. I actually am tempted to just draw as well as I can, just to see how well I can actually draw Wolverine out of Deadpool, but I don't know if I want to spend the time to do that right now. Because I'm just curious how, you know, what I still remember from back in the day. There you go, O face. Oh, right, other eyes. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Silhouette missing. Oops. Okay, next one. 3, 2, 1, go. The marathon continues. Silhouette missing. Should be pretty easy. Once again, do this. No, not this. Now we're already almost at the top, but then the silhouette is missing, so it would be kind of an outline that I probably want to use here. To, you know, signal that it's missing. Draw on, what are they called? The... God damn it. My brain is already fried. It's the... What are the man called? Not the man, the cookies that look like people, like a little person, or like a stick figure for Christmas. Gingerbread man, there you go. Looks like a gingerbread man. Okay. Wolverine looking down. Also, fun fact, before the donut tutorial for beginners, we had a gingerbread man tutorial. I actually did that one for the, did I do it? At least I read through it in the video where I created a donut in each version of Blender. Wolverine looking down, okay. God, drawing looking down, how is that supposed to work? There you go. It doesn't really look like he's looking down, but it's fine. Okay. Next one. How close are we? Second to last group? Yes. Look at this. Okay. Only 28 more. Deadpool picking up katana, seeing Wolverine notice him. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's go. What do we need? Oh, right. Okay. There you go. Looks horrendous, but it's the norm. Okay, oops. Then we see his face. He looks at us. Oops. Surprised or in shock, or yeah, surprised, I guess. Because Wolverine realized he is down. He's on the ground. Sword is right here. There you go. Jesus. Okay. Look at that perspective. Okay. Next one. Midair of Wolverine diving back down. Oh, okay. This one... I think I want to do like a far away shot. Kind of like this. This looks weird, but it's fine. This is the ground, by the way. Okay, there you go. Next up, Deadpool pulling out both guns, sending out swarm bullets. Okay. Drawing 2 guns. Oh my god, okay. I have been waiting for this fudge, yeah. Welcome, Zachary. Okay. Let's see if I can draw 2 guns. Oh god, I have a cool perspective in mind, but I don't know if I can draw it. I will draw it. Boom. Okay. Boom. Only 1 hole. Okay. Tick tick. Tick tick. Deadpool's face. Looks like an avocado. Looking angry because he's shooting guns. Holding them, obviously. Hands. Jesus, wrong direction. Looks like he's... I don't know what he's doing, but he doesn't look like he's holding them, but it's fine. It actually looks not too bad, okay? There you go. Oh wow, this actually turned out pretty good. Okay. Well, look at this dude. Let me give him some abs, because I have some time. Bam. This looks pretty good, actually. Okay. Give him muzzle flash. Okay. Next one. Falling Wolverine deflecting all bullets. Okay. Okay. How do I draw this? First of all, we have the bullets coming. There you go. And then we have Wolverine. Ching, 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 ching. Blocking them all. Jesus. I will just draw like a torso and like a face. And he's blocking them all. Ching, ching. Okay. Going down still, of course. There you go. Looks like nothing right now, but maybe you could somehow see what I'm going for here. The guns right here. Okay. I don't know what this is. Okay, this looks kind of spider, but it is not. But it's fine. It is totally fine. Okay. Adding some whizzing by effects to make it look more intense. Okay. Next up. Close-up angry Wolverine. Okay, I like close-ups more because they're easy. Okay, sideways shot. Sideways shot. First sideways shot. I forgot how sideways the body looks, like this. And then he's still blocking, of course, so I need to add his arms kind of flailing. There you go. Okay. Nose. 59 seconds. Fine. Drawing upside down is horrendous. Jesus. I cannot do it at all. Okay. What do we need? Oh, a mouth. Why did I draw it upside down? Okay. This is not too bad, I think. Whizzing by once again. Okay, there you go. Next up. Deadpool pulling out incendiary grenade, throwing in air, shooting through firebomb. Well, that's like 3 frames in one. Okay. First of all, I do from 2 frames. First frame, right here, throwing bomb or grenade. Okay, like this. Ding, 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 ding. Important object. Okay, there you go. Him throwing the object. Look at that perfect hand. Flawless. Couldn't be better. Okay, there you go. Add a little fire there. Looks like nothing. Looks like everything but a fire, but it's fine. Also add the trigger. Ching, although the trigger should be gone. There you go. Okay. Next up. Oh, Jesus, I have another frame. Oh, right. How do I draw this? Smoke, okay. Smoke, smoke. And fire. And then all of a sudden you see bullets coming through. Bullets coming through, okay? Obviously bullets right here. Obviously bullets. There you go. Okay. Wolverine blocking even stronger shots. Okay, this one is easy. Because he becomes kind of like this. No, I just draw the same thing again that I drew before. Okay, ching ching ching, cool effects, because he's deflecting them all. They're coming from here. I guess I could draw them like fly away like this. Okay, and then him. There you go. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. Next one. Wolverine becoming enraged. Okay. We're getting there. Upside down again. Jesus. Do I want to draw it upside down? I don't think so. I'm actually going to not do that. Okay. I don't know how to draw him more enraged. No, that makes him older. That should be fine. Okay. Because he's angry. There you go. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Turning into fiery meteor. Easy. Still shots coming, of course, because they're all being deflected. Okay, fire, fire, fire. There you go. Quick trick if you want to draw these kind of speed lines, to not actually just draw them like this, how I've done it for the last few frames, but actually give them like the little zigzag. That makes it look like actual like speed lines. Gives it a bit more dynamic. Makes it more dynamic. There you go. Okay. Deadpool reloading, getting ready to shoot again. Okay. Same frame again, I guess. Yeah, why not? So this will be hands, face. Okay. Chest, abs, perfect. That looks fine. Next up, we have the last group. Last group. Let's get into it. This will be smoke getting sliced open by Wolverine Meteor. Oh, right. So we have the smoke right here. All the smoke. But, boom, it gets slammed open by the fiery meteor in the middle. Do you recognize it as a fiery meteor? I hope you do. Why would you not? It's so obvious. There you go. Okay. Okay. Deadpool surprised and shocked. Let's go. I don't need 2 minutes, I only need 1. Dude, I have sketching Deadpool down. Boom. Wait. Big eyes. Okay. Oh no, he's surprised. Easy, 30 seconds. Meteor crashing into Deadpool plus ground. Okay. W Meteor, exactly. Welcome O. Welcome back. This one will be... We need the ground here. Kind of like this. Meteor coming down. Pew pew. Meteor. And then explosion. This should be fine. Okay. Looks not too bad, actually. Okay. Last few. Huge smoke cloud from impact. Easy. So we have smoke. And then we have the sun there, I guess. Just to see this, like this is the sky, right? Just to indicate that. Okay. Maybe make it a bit darker. Looks horrendous, never mind. Unmatched drawing skills, exactly. Next one. Smoke lifts, revealing deep crater with a Wolverine in center. Easy. Slam. No. Like this. Crater. Deep. Okay. Wolverine in center. I don't know what I just drew. I just drew a dog. Whatever. It's a dog, okay? It's a Wolverine. There you go. Okay. Oh, right. There's some smoke there too. Smoke. Okay. Close up of exhausted Wolverine face. Custom brush? No, it's just the basic round brush. Okay. Wolverine exhausted. That's a new one. Oh right, he actually has a nose. I forgot about that. What is an exhausted mouth? Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Last few. Faraway shot of crater Wolverine jumps into shot wiping sweat off. Oh. Crater again. Person in there, of course. And then Wolverine sits right here. There you go. Look at this beauty. Okay. Some smoke is still there, okay? And then Deadpool's right here. DP. Okay, last frame, last frame. We are here. We are at the end. Let's go. Oh god. Deadpool, I mean Wolverine, looking over. Oops. Looking angrily over. um, Okay. Perfect. Din din din, surprise, he's looking over. There you go, perfect. It is done. The storyboard has been illustrated. And it only took almost 3 hours, but it's fine. Now it's done. Let me save this. Okay, easy. Tongue out, heavy breathing. Are you going to make this or just the storyboard? No, this is just the storyboard for the actual animation. So now that this is done, we have the storyboard for everything. So now, yeah, I just kind of wanted to visualize my ideas. Oop. And let me get rid of this. I can't. Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to visualize the ideas, so I can kind of, what would you call it? Anchor them, I guess. Just so I don't have to think from scratch about them every time. Since like here, for example, this, I'm going to think about this like in 3 weeks. So to keep everything a bit consistent, drawing everything down, you know, helps with that. Yeah, so here it is. Thank you, O. I appreciate the super chat. Good job. Yeah, so here's the full storyboard. Might not be as easy to read, but as long as I understand what I wrote or what I have written down here, it's good to go. And so let me export them as PNGs and then we can begin, or as JPEGs, whatever, as images. Then we can begin. Oh, right. Okay, so hold on. I think... No, I don't think. I'm just gonna do JPEG. Easy. This actually was quicker than I thought. I guess because I made it quicker. But it doesn't have to be that much longer. Let me... hold on, I actually want to see... I want to look at some... I want to look at some... Oh, hold on, I need to save it first. Material? Where am I? Oh, right. Wrong. Deadpool project. Okay, let me show you. Pixar. Let me see if I am close to what a Pixar storyboard looks like. Or not. Pixar's best storyboard examples and the stories behind them. Wall-E, look at this. Well, this one might be might be a bit more detailed, but you know what? It's this one I probably had more time than 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the excuse I'm gonna go with. There you go. Look at this, cute. Oh, they also use pen and paper, I guess, which is also interesting. Up, there you go. Yeah, look, the background is very, very simple. It's kind of hard to see because they're so low res. These ones are cool. These ones are more... They're not necessarily for... What are they called? Do they say what it is? Oh yeah, it's a color script. Where it's less about the story and more about the feelings that you want to convey through the colors and stuff. So you oftentimes not only have a storyboard, but you also have a color board, I guess. where you can then see people, where you can then see what the color scheme for the scene is kind of supposed to look like, which is also really cool. Inside out, here you go. Yeah, look at that. This is kind of what what I did. Maybe a bit more detailed here than what I did, but once again, they probably had more than 2 minutes for each frame. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me name the files real quick, and then we can go into Blender. They just use fancy colors. Yeah, let me bring this back. Okay. Ooh. Right. Have I exported this now? I think so. Here it is. Let me name these real quick. Oh, damn it. At some point I wanted to learn how to use hotkeys to move through the Windows File Explorer, but I gave up quickly because it's kind of annoying. It's just like all over the place. Because if you know like how to move backwards, how to move up again, how to move up, how to move back, how to refresh, how to rename things like F2 for example, to rename stuff, and doing that with your keyboard is much easier and quicker than using your mouse for it. But I don't want to deal with, I don't want to learn it. Okay, so screw that. They're also, the hotkeys are like all over the place, so it's not like you can just use one hand to navigate. Okay. You can also not change the hotkeys, which is the most annoying part, at least from what I've seen. Work smarter, not harder. Exactly. Okay. We don't need this anymore. Now we need this. Hold on. Loading. Still loading. There it is. Blender. Or what you see is a gray box. Also, yes, last week we've created a 3D printable statue. Here it is. Ooh. Oh, let me reduce the... There you go. I printed it over the weekend. Maybe you remember it from last week. There are a few things that I need to adjust. Here, for example, it adds a layer where there shouldn't be one. Like an extra layer. So it looks like there's a slope, but there shouldn't be one. So I need to adjust a few of those. But overall, looks pretty good. Unfortunately, hold on. I can show it to you in more detail. Let me do that real quick. I need to connect to my phone. Okay. Oh. You mirror the statue, or is it the camera? It's the camera. I think so. It shouldn't be mirrored. So if you look at this, it is mirrored. The window, for me, like if I look at you, the window for me is on my left side, not my right side. So my webcam is mirrored. Hello, can you connect please? Let me try it again. Oh, there you go. I need my camera. Oops. Jesus. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Can I move this window? I cannot. Why can I not? Oh, there you go. Okay, I can't make it. Oh. Well, that doesn't work. Why? Hello? Okay. Well, I guess maybe I need to. Let me do this. Oh, hold on. I'm almost there. Okay. There you go. Okay. Aha. Okay. Now you can see it. Kind of laggy, but it's fine. There you go. So the problem you can see is right here. Is it here? No, it's here. If I go closer, let me... Is it this camera? No, this one. It's hard to see. Oh, here it is. You see the layer right here? This layer that kind of connects to the leaf shouldn't be there. And I think that comes from when I decimated the model. Same here. You can see the stepping right here. This shouldn't be there. The decimating sometimes makes the vertices, moves the vertices, and during the cleanup it can shift a bit, which is also the problem here. Why the wall here in the back isn't perfectly straight. I probably want to straighten that out too. And here you can see there's a little bit there too. Like this bit right here, which is like a like another layer. But overall, let me switch to this. There you go. Here it is. Wait. There you go. I also, of course, offline then added the detailed hair, creating curves for the hair to actually, you know, make it look like hair instead of some weird whatever, like piece of clay or whatever. There you go. And yeah, there you go. Let's look at the dragon. And you can't even see really the transition between the... Oh. So it's a wireless connection, so it's a bit laggy. You can't even see the transition between the curve horn and the other, like the sculpted part, which is really nice too. And because the printing kind of makes everything a bit smoother, the plates also don't look too bad. I thought they might look a bit too manufactured, but it's not too bad. Yeah, there you go. And then the shoes also look pretty nice. You can even see the details that we've added here. The only thing I don't necessarily like that much are the leaves or the petals, because I don't know if you can see them as petals that well. But Jesus Christ, it's lagging. Let me go here so I can change. Ooh. Let me do all this real quick. Okay, and then here, manual. I want to zoom in more. I can't. You can kind of see... Hold on, let me try a different lens. Okay. Ah, there you go. Look at the... Let's look at the other shoe. Do you see the little detail right there? There it is. So it was worth putting in. And here are the Here's the other side. The only thing that was a bit unfortunate was that the printer, I think, hit the nozzle during print, moved or like touched this part here slightly for a second, so it moved this corner off, so it kind of broke off. This kind of part of her pants just broke off during the print. I think that's just a misprint, not a problem with the model. But yeah, there you go, final version. I'm gonna post images probably of it in my on Twitter, probably on Instagram too. Yeah, but here you go. Say it's design, that the stairs are wrong. I wanted to make them look like clean and yeah, basically like clean and, you know, good, new, so that probably wouldn't fly. But it's not too bad. Also, if you want to see it compared to my hand, here it is. This is the standard size that I've determined for this. It's roughly like 11 centimeters from one side to the other in its length. Width, I don't really know. Do you keep a little dirt under your pillow for the dirt man? No, not really. Is that a reference to something? Amazing work, thank you. Just watched your video on your Deadpool anime. Art style is really cool, thank you. That's painted. I've never painted one of my statues, so maybe at some point, but right now I'm not equipped for it. So they will just stay the base color. So this one will just stay this weird beige color. I also have other colors. Like I would have liked to use my gray. Wait, did I make this up? I would have liked to use the gray, but I don't have that much left of it. So I'll just use beige this time. Not too bad either. Why is it flickering? Okay. But maybe at some point I'll get into painting. Okay. So, I think there are a few things that I need to adjust on the models before we can get into the blocking out stuff. Into the actual project. Oh, cool. Okay, so I think I need to set it up as an asset so I can import it into other files. But first I want to probably automate some stuff. Do I actually need to do that? Yeah, I do. Okay. So, let's begin with Deadpool. So one thing I forgot actually to rig in his body for a Deadpool was his knife on his leg. So if I move it here, it just doesn't move at all. I just forgot about it. So let me do that real quick. Oh. See? Ooh, it just doesn't move at all. But that shouldn't be too hard. Oh. Is this one fully... I think this one should be fully parented to the thigh. If not, I will make it so. Is there a thigh? No, it's a calf, right? Doesn't exist. What else would it be? Let's check it out. It is called Shin. Ah, there you go. Probably. It doesn't really matter. Let's go with Shin L. Okay. Boom. This should be it. Ta-da! The knife is moving. And it stays in its, what's the thing called? Scabbard? No, that's for bigger swords. There you go. Easy. Classic superhero design, muscles and more muscle. Exactly. It also just works better for an anime style in 3D. Which is kind of why I, did it this way. Also, so a quick tip, if you maybe have wanted to use Rigify before, but like all the different features and stuff were a bit too confusing. Quick tip for this stuff here, the bone collections that it creates. Especially like these ones down here, like Def, MCH, Org, and yeah, that's it. So basically, all the ones up here, like from face to root, are all the ones that you see that you can use and interact with. So root would be this one here, and then of course we have like leg, IK and stuff, which you can also see here in the end panel under the rig layers. If you enable or disable face, you can see it hides or unhides the layer right here, which is really useful because then you don't have to have this open every time. The other ones, the org, MCH and def layers, are basically the deformation layer, the mechanical layer or mechanics layer, and then the organics layer, something like that. The only thing that you really need to care about, or that you know about these layers, is that the only layer that actually deforms the mesh is the deformation layer. All the other bones do not deform the mesh. So if you want to, for example, parent something like this knife to the leg, you need to, show the deformation layer, which is basically the layer that you set up before, just more, separated into more bones. And then look at the bone that you want to parent it to. The mechanics layer, for example, helps with certain functions that the rig has. Like, for example, let's see if I can remember one of these. I think the mechanics layer, for example, has this here, so that we have these walls, like these pivot points that also have this line going into the actual elbow. I think that is all part of the mechanics layer. So this line is basically just a bone that is stretching from this here, from the pivot point to the elbow bone right here. So the mechanics and org layers both make the rig, just give the rig more functionalities. And if you don't want to mess with like what the rig looks like, you don't really need to care about the mechanics and org layer that much. What you really only need to care about is the deformation layer. And then of course the other layers that you use to move everything. So for example here, if you look at this thing, which is on the leg LIK layer, you can see it doesn't have a constraint. But if we then, for example, go to and enable MCH, you can see like a few more bones have been added here, for example. And if you look at them, this one, for example, has no constraint. Does this one have one? This one, copy scale. There's another one. This one doesn't have one. Oftentimes what you see is that there's a mechanical bone. Let's actually check out the deform bone. Does this one copy anything? Yeah, there you go. So the deform bone oftentimes just copies the location, like here for example, or the transforms of the visible bones, like the layers that you can activate. So here for example, the leg bone just copies what this one does, so that you have so that you affect this with a bone that is easier to identify and work with. And that's kind of how all of this works. You oftentimes, yeah, all like the def bone gets affected or like copies from another layer and then just moves that way. Hopefully that was that made a little bit sense at least. Yeah, okay. Let me, what do I want to do? Let me show everything, the basics. There you go. Okay. I want to start learning. Yeah, Rigify is really, really good. I bought, what's it called? Is it Accurig Pro? Something like that? Like the most bought Blender add-on. What's it called? Add-ons. Jesus. AutoRig Pro. There you go. I bought AutoRig Pro, but then I saw I don't know where I saw it actually, but I saw that there's a free course that wasn't free at some point called something like Blender Rigify for beginners. There it is. This one right here. Oh, rig anything with Rigify. And this actually shows you, teaches you all that is kind of, that you can, you know, that you need to know to use.
Allow me to
Jesus. That you need to know about Rigify to effectively use it. Rigify isn't a tool to just pull out the meta rigs and then rig like a human or a dog or whatever. It is basically a collection of different bone collections that have different functions. So basically it contains like an eye collection, it contains like a nose collection, it contains like a leg collection, and all these different collections that you then can combine together and use. And then when you hit generate rig, it creates a rig out of those bone collections, or out of those bone parts. So here, for example, he rigged a horse with 6 legs and 2 tails by combining like 2 tail, tail sets, which I think only like I think there's actually a tail set. And then, you know, for the legs, he added some, and yeah, he just combined them all together to rig this horse. Yeah, so Rigify is not just a tool. There it is. So these are all like the sets that you have, like spines, others, limbs, basics, and you can combine them together however you want. And as long as you don't remove a bone from any of these sets, it will create a rig with those things for you. So you don't even need to create, you don't need to use the meta rigs. The meta rigs are just there to make your life a bit easier, since those are the most used ones. And you can work with those, you can start working with those. And then if you need to adjust the rig, for example, you can add a new set or whatever. Yeah, and, you know, customize it however you want. Once you kind of learn the basics, and this is, I think this only takes like maybe 2 hours or so to watch through, if even. Yeah, this is a really good add-on, okay? Yeah, okay. Still streaming, obviously. Can't wait for the final output. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit, but that's the process. Make Deadpool pull out his wedgie as a joke. Yeah, I tried to make the animation or the concept for it as, what would you call it, as compact as possible, so I don't, you know, so it's not too ambitious. But I tried to include some of those characteristics. Maybe not him pulling out anything crazy, but to kind of reflect his character a bit more. I tried to kind of implement that, but I could have maybe even done it a bit more. But maybe in part 2, if that ever happens. Okay. So now that his knives, or his one knife, is actually attached, everything is attached, but there's something I thought about. So there's for his swords, for example, there's an issue, and that issue is that when you, so the way that he grabs the sword is by a constraint that is connected on his hand, which means that this constraint basically moves the hand to the grip. But this isn't optimal because it means, let me show you what the problem is. So if he now poses with it, I don't know, like this, for example, and then I move the torso, the sword moves too. Well, never mind, hold on, wait. Oh, if the hand isn't connected, like this, okay, and I move the hand there, only want to, you know, pose it like this. The problem is, so there's two problems, okay? If the hand is connected, like this, right, I cannot move the hand at all. So the hand will always stay in this position on this grip. So I couldn't, for example, move the hand like forward and backwards on the grip to, you know, to have it in a different pose, for example. I also couldn't rotate it so that it so that the curvature is in the other direction. I also couldn't rotate the blade so that it goes in this direction, so that he holds it in reverse. So I think I need to change the system that I use for the that I use to move the hand over here. And then also, if I don't do that and just animate it without being connected, like this, with a different constraint, he's holding it like this, for example, and then, oh, this pose is good. Now let me move this to the next pose. The sword moves as well, which of course shouldn't be the case if it's being held by his hand. So I either reverse the system so that the sword is snapping to his hand, which also then wouldn't work because then his then I couldn't still do this, letting him hold it in reverse. I think I need to add one or two more bones so that is possible, like a pivot bone basically. So the way that I did it in for the Berserk video, for example, is that the hand isn't actually connected to the main sword bone, but there's like a parent bone that both of these are connected to, so that when I move the sword, the hand doesn't move, and when I move the hand, the sword doesn't move. But when I move the parent bone, both of them move. I think that's what I need to do here, because otherwise, yeah, I will always have these problems, and I would like to avoid them because they will just make me, will just cost me time every time I need to adjust this. So I think I need to do that. There's also an issue with so another issue is that you can't just rotate the hand. Like, you couldn't hold the sword like this, for example. But I think I have a system that can work here. Let me show you how I did it in the Berserk video, and I think that will be how I do it here. Do I even have the Berserk video still on my hard drive? Let's see. Oh, must be in backup. Oh, I think I do. Here it is. Nope, here it is. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. So, his sword is... so this is what it looks like. It is... there are multiple bones. So, I think it is definitely parented to the root bone, to the ground bone. It also, I think, has a grab sword. So this one basically I made like these different switches so that his hands basically connect to the sword. So now both hands are snapped to the sword. Let me hide sword. You can see he's holding it. Ta-da! And then also, well, he's not really holding it right now, but it's fine. So this setup is generated by Rigify. And the way this works, let me first show you how it actually works. So here, the main thing is that we have a pivot bone set, I think it's called in Rigify, where this is like the main parent of everything, I think, like this. But we also have this pivot bone. So, you know, it rotates like this. If I move this pivot bone up here, it rotates, never mind. Oh, I need to use this. If I rotate this, you can see it rotates up here. So this way you can change the pivot point if you need it of this sword. So I think I parented in the wrong way, but it's fine. Since the sword doesn't move this way. But that's kind of what it's meant to do. Then you also have these two bones right here. So this one, this little line right here, which is another bone, which snaps his right hand to the sword. And then there's another one right here, this line, which is a bone that snaps his other hand to this sword. And it does that through copy locations and rotations. So basically copies the location of this and the rotation from this too. So yeah, you can move it afterwards once this is activated. And if you go to the asset collection, I've made, you know, sword grab presets for his hands. So if I use this, for example, there you go. He's not really gripping on. I think I set them up not in the bed. Oh, I need to rotate the sword. There you go. Now it works. Yeah. So now with this setup, I could, for example, rotate his hand in this way. For example, I could rotate it in this way. So I haven't set this one up perfectly either, because you can see it should rotate around the hilt, I think it's called, the grip, instead of his wrist. But I think that's the way that it's just set up, that it doesn't work that way. But I need to create something like this for Deadpool 2. Oh, and then to make it so when he has a sword on his back, for example, that it still moves, because right now you can see it doesn't. I also have this parent switch right here, which if you do this, it switches which bone is its parent. So if I switch this to 2, no, how many do I need to do? 3, no, 4, There you go. Number 4 is the torso. This way you can switch where it's attached, and you can make sure that if you have it on his back, that it moves with his back, and if he's holding it, it doesn't move with his torso. And I think I need to set something like that up for Deadpool, because otherwise I'm just gonna run into some annoying issues. And that requires to, yeah, generate the rig again, but that's fine. I just need to add like a different bone set to his swords. Yeah, but I think I might actually do that. Yeah, yeah, just like a small adjustments, and then that should be fine. I thought. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else that needs to be adjusted. Just small. Oh, something I also probably want to do is, you can see here, this end panel has these custom, properties here for the sword, for example. This comes from here. No, here. Here it is. So you can give, of course, custom properties to any object, and these can then be used to more easily access settings in different windows, for example. So here, for example, I set up grab sword L, grab sword R, and these ones are basically just indexes, so 0 or 1 they can be, like switches, that you can then right click, copy as new driver, and then you could paste them over here on the constraint of this hand, for example, as the influence. So paste and right click, paste as new driver. It should show up here when you copy it. And this way you can very easily create custom properties that make it easier to find settings that are like deep in the shader or in any other windows. And this way I never have to go to this window of this hand to activate the copy location constraint. I just go in here and I say grab sword L 0, and then it goes back to where it was before. And I don't have to go to any settings. Yeah, there you go. So that's really, really useful. And that's probably also what I want to set up for Deadpool. Maybe also do these like expression or pose presets, so that I don't have to do these every time manually, like the hands, for example. Can I not do that? Do I have to? There you go. Stuff like this. You can set up like basic hand poses, for example, or facial expressions to make your life just a bit easier. I think I'm gonna do that too. And then we can get into the animation. And then you basically just set all this up as an asset, and then you can import that into any file. I remember seeing a video about a podcast review of Godzilla -1. One of the people there was a 3D animator. He said he can see how Godzilla was rigged. Do you get that feeling too? I'm not really that good at rigging, so I know what you mean, where you learn something like a technique or like a skill, and then you analyze objects that are made with that skill to see if you can figure out how it's been made. But I don't think I can do that with rigging, because rigging is still quite foreign to me. I'm not really good at rigging. Rigify helps me get through the process. So yeah, it's definitely not something I'm comfortable with. There you go. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan for today. And then hopefully tomorrow we can get into the actual animation. Yeah, so let's see what we need. Let me write everything down that I want to have for Deadpool. It's the recording, it should. Yes, okay. Good. So, okay, so the sword I definitely need. Let me actually write it down somewhere. Here. Create. Oh. I also need to do the same for the guns. So for the guns for Deadpool, I did it a bit differently. I actually snapped the guns to his hands, which should work as well. But I think I need to adjust it a bit here too, so that there's just more freedom in how we can use the guns. But I'll figure that out, because I think the same issue applies here too. If I move this, oh, never mind. Maybe not. Whatever. But first of all, change weapon bone setup rig, I guess. Rig to fix. Sword parent hand attachment to sword grip. Sword custom sword pivot. Just watched the first video, great stuff, thank you. Okay. I'm wondering if there's more. I also thought about rigging the gun actually, so that it actually, recoils and stuff, or like the mechanical aspects of the gun. Whether I want to do that, I probably need to in some aspects, like his the trigger, for example. Let me set that up here too. Gun mechanics. Add gun mechanics. I also thought about rigging his bow. His knife, so that he can actually use it and hold it in his hands. But that might be a bit more optional, because he doesn't really use the knife in the animation. Make knife holdable. Okay, anything else? And I think that's really the only things that I need to adjust. All the other stuff is fairly simple. Well, it's basically done. The rig is already done. The only thing that made it a bit harder to pose for these kind of small things. And once those are changed, it should all be ready to go. Is there anything left? Anything else? Oh, Wolverine, hold on. Maybe for him there was something I probably want to do for him. Oh, set up set up custom properties for both, and then create post assets. For Wolverine, the thing that I probably want to do is change his, well, not change, but give his blades, maybe change the shape a tiny bit, although it's hard to make them, come in and out well with a different shape. But I probably want to create a, oh no, I have. So you can see, like, these are actually bones made for the blades. They kind of point at them, as you can see. And if I move them, they're limited in where they can move to. And these kind of change the position of a different bone that controls the blades. So if I move this bone up and down, you can see it kind of, pulls the blades in and out. Which, makes that process a bit easier too. And something I also might want to automate, it's already automated, is changing the teeth variance. Depending on how close you are to the face, for example, I want to use different teeth models. You know, I have a few that are, I think I have 3 versions. One that is like super simple, one that is a bit more detailed, and one that is a bit, that is like halfway between the two. So this one I think is the in between. And depending on like the style that I want to go for, like if they're like super defined, they're more like gritty and more, they would fit more into like a very angry scene. If it's further away, you would use these super simple teeth, and then this, for example, would probably be like the sort of standard, the default ones. And here, for example, for the you also have, you don't actually have. Here you go. We have I set it like a geometry node setup that can switch between these different models. This one, if you change it to, if you unhide or unselect simple, you can see you get the super detailed. And if you use super simple, you can get the super simple teeth. And this way you can more easily switch between those as well. Luckily he doesn't really have any real like accessories, so I don't need to have to worry about any of this stuff. So all that really now for him is left is to create pose assets, which shouldn't be too hard. Just takes a bit, you know, of time. And then, you know, adjusting Deadpool. Adjusting Deadpool's weapons could be a bit more finicky since it is like a system that I just have to figure out, but it should also not take too long. Let me show you how you would do that. So if we go to Deadpool's meta rig, for example, now, which is this one. Let me reset this. If you go to his meta rig, you can see what it looks like. But now if we go to edit mode and then we go into data, never mind, maybe bones. Somewhere. Oh, no. There it is. You have these samples. And the samples are basically the different sets that you have, the different bone sets. So I think what I want to use for the katana is a basic, probably a basic pivot. I think that's what I need. Let me test that real quick. So if we have this and then we add dude, where are the, oh no, why is it so hard to find the samples? There it is, samples. So I think what we need for the katana for the base is a basic pivot. So you can just select it here and then say add sample, and then here it is. Just like a very basic thing. And then if we bring it upside down, I mean rotate it upwards, and we generate it, you can see we get what we have seen before, which is this basic pivot thing. And I think there's one thing missing though. Right. Wait. Let me test it, hold on. Okay. Let me actually test it with a cube, because otherwise it's kind of hard to see what it does. Welcome, Skitty Mold. I don't know what that What's that emote? I can't see it, it's so small. Hope you had a good day. So, boom. Never mind, let's use a cylinder. Okay, so if we do, no, never mind. We need to, so let's generate it and see if it works the way that I think it does. It probably does, it won't, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So this shouldn't work. If I parent it to the bone, I think I need to parent this pivot, because right now you can see it moves with the pivot, so that doesn't really do much. What I need to do is also another cool thing, you can regenerate a rig. So once you've generated once, you can go into the advanced settings and then you can see the target rig. So this is of course called rig. So now if I generate it again, it will replace the original rig and regenerate it basically. So if you made changes, you can adjust it or add new stuff to it. So we have the pivot, but we need something else. I think we just need a basic. There should be a. I think you just use a basic raw copy, which is basically just a bone. Or a super copy. I think it's just a raw copy. There you go. Just a basic bone. And then if we snap this there, and then this here, make it a bit bigger, and we parent the pivot point to this with, I guess, keep offset. And then we parent this to the other bone, to this bone, and we generate it. Oh, never mind. Hold on, whatever. We can fix it in a second. Regenerate it. Takes a bit. I want to try to get better at Blender, but it's so hard. It is hard, but you know, if you make small steps forward with every project, you know, can be the smallest step, you still make progress. So it's all about sticking with it. Oftentimes, sticking with it is oftentimes the biggest thing that, you know, stops you from actually learning Blender, for example, since it's such a hard software to learn. So if you can do that, you're already halfway there. Where's the bone now? The bone is gone. Cool. Why? Wait. It's still here, right? No. Wait, it's gone. That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's do that again. You can also assign a bone a different class, I think. I just don't know how to do that. Who's your least favorite MCU character? Ooh. Least favorite. I don't even know that many. Like, I've watched a few movies, but not all of them. But let me go through them. MCU characters. Okay. Characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is there like a list here? No, of course not. Why would you put them in a in a text, in a like a in just like a just list them all instead of just putting them in a like whatever, talk about them instead of putting them in a list. This one hopefully. Aha. Oh god, 5,000. Well, I guess, can we somehow... A nice pool. Okay, is that from the new movie? Lady pool? Let's see. Let me go through main MCU characters. This should be enough. Okay. Let's see. I think I feel like it's probably like probably based on the character itself and not what the movies are kind of doing, I guess. I probably want to base it off of that. And based off that, like the powers that they have and the I don't know, the thing that the character represents, I feel like Ant-Man is just really lame. It's really weird. I don't really know, like I've never watched an Ant-Man movie, but just the idea, like there's like a something you can do with making yourself very, very small. But it's I don't know, it's at least Ant-Man is funny. I guess kind of a little funny. It's like if you're fighting like Ant-Man versus anyone, okay? Like realistically, okay? Ant-Man versus Thor, okay? Ant-Man makes himself small, okay? What does Thor do? He steps 1 meter and Ant-Man has to run for 50 minutes to get to him. Sick. If Ant-Man is already, you know, in him, I'm also guessing that Ant-Man can't just make himself small, go into someone's ear, for example, and then just get big again to blow up someone's ear, right? That probably doesn't make any sense. So that can't happen. So he's only really useful for going towards small to do something, I guess. Ant-Man versus Hawkeye is kind of, I guess it's kind of like that. Yeah. Or, I mean, what does Bucky do? He's kind of like a, isn't he also just like a super soldier basically? Which is kind of boring. He looks kind of basic. And yeah, but I would still think Ant-Man is the weirdest one. Welcome Noah. Hope you had a good day. Like in Boys 2 is, oh yeah, I think there somebody blew up somebody else by going inside them, right? Can he? I feel like if he can do that, he would have done that in the movie. Oh well, I haven't watched any movies, so maybe he's done that, but it's still weird. Like, why would you make yourself smaller? Everything is just slower if you do that. You're just slower in every way. Oh no, he can also make himself bigger, right? Which makes no sense at all, but I guess so. So that's a good thing. He can make himself bigger. So that's a plus. But yeah, the power to make yourself big or small. He can also fly, I guess, but I don't know, the idea of like an Ant-Man is just weird. Yeah, I'll go with Ant-Man. There you go. Be mad. Yeah, there's a Ant-Man ending where he kills Thanos that way, but I don't know if that's that's a cop out, okay. If everyone was small, all food is big. Well, I don't know if it works that way. Yeah, it is Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a nerd. Nobody likes him. Let me actually look for. Let's see. Worst main MCU character. Oops. There you go. Did somebody ask? There you go. Character change. That's already what I wanted. Worst MCU characters. Okay, already a discussion about some weird thing. Anything past Endgame, that's a good one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Ant-Man. He's gonna get the boot, okay? Infinite booze hack. Just make yourself as small as you can so you can drink as much booze as you can. I wouldn't... Oh, well, I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Let's figure this out for a sec. Why did the bone just disappear? That's the biggest mystery of all. Maybe the basic bone isn't the best? What about... What are the other ones? What is a copy chain? Oh, right. That's not what I wanted. Pivot we already have. Super copy. Okay. Also something interesting. If you look at the bones, they oftentimes have extra settings too. They might be in the bone settings here. Well, the first thing is that if you want them to, you know how you can automatically determine the weights for bones? If you untick the deform box, these will not be considered in the automatic rigging process or weight painting process. It's very, very important if you create, like this kind of system manually for yourself, to always deactivate deform if that is the case for the bone. I think you can do all of that in here too, though. Is that the case? Somewhere you can change the settings of bones and give them more settings. I just don't remember them all where they are. Isn't it in here somewhere? Oh, I think it's weird. So, like the Rigify is kind of like a mix between edit mode and pose mode. So some settings are in edit mode, some settings are in pose mode. I think the settings that I need, oh, there it is, are in pose mode. If you go into and select the bone, into pose mode and select the bone, you can see right here this options that you have. Like, for example, is it supposed to have a widget? What's this? Create a control bone for the copy. Here you have, what is this? Create an optional control. I think this is what I forgot to activate actually. There you go. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So the pivot bone was fine. We don't need any more bones, but you see it here. It has, you need to activate master control so that it creates another bone that this one, the pivot point bone is parented to. And then also to activate switchable parent, so that we can, switch between the parents. Oh, and then you can also register which parents you have. So here, I think you just type in the bone names, but we're not going to do that for now. You also want to have pivot control, of course. Let me actually, let me do that real quick. What do we type in here? Comma separated text used for the registered parent. I think you just type in the name. So if I were to type in like this one, for example. Comma, and this one. I don't know why they call it tags. It might be wrong what I'm doing here, but here it is. Okay, now this should be properly set up. If I now do this and parent it again after the generation, regenerate rig, we should get a box right here. Am I right or am I wrong? People say Captain Marvel, as she was the first female solo hero. She's also kind of I feel like she feels like, I guess she's kind of Superman, but for MCU, which is, in my opinion, a boring character. Okay, something is missing, but we should have at least a. There it is. Oh, you can actually do that now. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I forgot to. So I haven't set up the tags properly, but where's the master controller? We parented the cylinder to the bigger bone. What was the right one? I think I need to parent it to the pivot bone. Oh, that's interesting. What is going on here? Hold on. Jesus. What? Hold on. What is happening right now? What is happening? It's like laggy, but why? Something's not right yet, but I've done it once, so I can do it again with the... I've done it with the Berserk rig, so I'm gonna figure it out by just looking at that one, I guess. Because right now I don't really know the exact problem that I have. It might be that they have... No, they don't. Well, that's weird. But it kind of does what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, I just need to figure out how to set it up properly. So the system is basically supposed to be that you have the bone, right? Bone. Okay, bone is supposed to copy. Wait, no, cylinder is supposed to copy location from bone, right? Normal. Then that's like the master bone. Then the master bone is supposed to be transformed, so be parented to a pivot bone. I guess it's kind of like this. Okay, pivot bone. So that when you move the pivot bone, I don't really know how it works, like how you set it up, but so that basically this bone is copying the pivot from this one, and then this bone is determining the pivot. And if you go into the bone constraints, I think there is actually a constraint called pivot right here. Oh, it's buggy, it says, but that's fine. So, if you just set up a basic system here, and you actually, for example, just like as a rudimentary thing, you parent this cylinder to the bone, okay? to the meta rig bone, and then you create a new bone here. Okay, make it smaller, maybe make it, put it there, okay. This will be the pivot, okay. So if I now go here and bring in the constraint pivot and select the bone, it should, what's it called? Bone? Okay. Bone. If I now do this, it rotates right there. If I move it up here, it doesn't do anything. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, but all of that gets figured out by Rigify. I don't need to do that. I just need to figure out which Rigify setup I need, and then I can work with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure it out off stream, and tomorrow we should have a finished or almost finished rig or setup overall that we can use to create the animation. So tomorrow we will very likely go into the animation and start with the first scenes. Today we made the storyboards for it. There you go. Very important. And yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna hopefully get into the animation, which should be possible. And then yeah, so tomorrow, today I'm gonna end it here. We've gone quite long. Well, usual time, I guess, 4 hours. Just got here, the stream ending already. Yeah. Welcome, Dylan. The next stream is gonna happen tomorrow, so maybe, 12 p.m. UTC, if that helps. We're gonna continue this tomorrow and hopefully animate. So, hope maybe you learned something new today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, thank you for joining. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, see ya.